Pisces, welcome to Carol's Universe, tarot readings from the heart. Thanks ever so much for joining me on your November 2016 month ahead reading. So, usually I would do the 11 card spread, so 2 cards at the top, general energy, card from the bottom, advice card, 4 cards, 8 cards in the middle, situations, stuff. I'm doing Celtic Cross for this month, see how that goes. I just did one for Scorpio, it went really well, I really liked it. Celtic Cross is made up of the 10 cards. You'll know this spread, you've probably seen it time and time again. But I want to just do a different spread this month. Still have the advice card from the bottom of the deck, but I'll pull clarifiers as well with this reading. So Universe, Spirit. What's coming in for the zodiac sign of Pisces? Sun, Moon and Rising signs. Pisces, Sun, Moon and Rising signs. Pisces, Sun, Moon and Rising signs for the month of November 2016 in this Celtic Cross reading. What's coming in for the Pisces, Sun, Moon and Rising signs. Pisces, Sun, Moon and Rising signs. Pisces, Sun, Moon and Rising signs for the month of November 2016. Showing what's coming in for Pisces, Sun, Moon and Rising signs. Pisces, Sun, Moon and Rising signs. Pisces, Sun, Moon and Rising signs for the month of November 2016. Show me. Okay. So one moment to just let the cards settle, and then I'm going to separate the deck, collect it back up, and we're going to start putting down your present situation in November, your challenge, the foundation card, stroke distant past, near past as a result of the distant past, the immediate future, the best that you can achieve, or your crowning thoughts, the you now stroke external factors contributing to the present situation. Influences coming in as a result of the immediate future, what your hopes or fears will be, and the overall outcome. We'll get the... Oh, hang on a minute. Okay. Bottom card here. Okay. Should we get some clarification cards before we continue? Some interesting energies here for the month. It's an interesting reading, actually. Let me just take a moment. I feel that there's some fear with you guys in the month of October 2016, Pisces, that kind of keeps you where you are in terms of, it might be a work-related situation. We've got an Emperor and the Hierophant, and they're kind of brothers in a way, these cards. I read them as, because they're the same thing. They both refer to authority figures, so the powers that be, things that are outside of ourselves, that we feel powerless against. Often we feel powerless against the Emperor, often we feel powerless against the Hierophant, because both cards suggest outward external forces, external establishments that keep us from being able to exert our own power. Usually the Hierophant and the Emperor, they're the same sort of thing, really. They deal with schools, churches, education, governments, banks, that type of thing. It would seem that as a result of those guys, that authority that I feel some of you guys might be feeling, that I don't know whether this is a lawyer. King of Swords shows up as a result. So I don't know whether there is a case going on for you guys or something judicial. We don't have justice, but we don't really need it in this because we've got two stalwarts showing in your foundation area. So the reason for the King of Swords is the Emperor and the Hierophant. Often when you get Hierophant and the Emperor, sometimes it can the Hierophant is about seeking wisdom. I don't know whether you're seeking wisdom from a particular person here with the Emperor and the Hierophant, but as a result, it might be that you're seeking some wisdom right now. And as a result, you've got a King of Swords here. And the King of Swords represents often a lawyer, a barrister, somebody who works within the legal field, but often this is someone who can make a decision based on logic and reason, all right? Because the King of Swords usually approaches a situation from a place of intelligence, not emotional emotional detachment. So he'll look at the evidence of a situation and he'll give a decision on that. I feel it's as a result of a decision in the present situation in November that we've got a Fool card. And a Fool card means to be free. And it means to shake off the ties of a particular situation. So you, Pisces, you could be the King of Swords, for example, in the month of November 2016. It seems to be as a result of either wisdom that you're gaining from someone or maybe a situation that you're in that you feel a certain sense of powerlessness in, because your crowning thoughts are the devil. And the devil often means I feel restricted, or I would like to remove myself from a restriction. And we can see that the Fool card shows you wanting to remove yourself. It could be that you're wanting to remove yourself from a King of Swords. Maybe this is a very detached individual, very difficult individual to be around. But also because that Fool is facing the King of Swords, that Fool is walking around like he doesn't know anything. And he's approaching the King of Swords probably for advice. I feel some of you guys are going for advice in the month of November 2016, Pisces, and I feel that it's the basis of that is the Hierophant and the Emperor. It could be a real strong, I feel it's more like a real strong establishment type of thing that you might be up against, and therefore it might be that you're seeking advice from it, because he can often be seen as somebody who's also quite fair and quite rational and who's in a really good position to give you some excellent advice on a situation. So I feel that you're seeking. The Fool card also means to seek. So I feel that you're seeking some form of advice or communication or some form of information maybe. Remember the swords deal with information as well. Information from someone who can provide this to you. Because I do feel that you're feeling a little bit trapped. We've got this as being the best that you can achieve right now, and that's the Devil card. And when you've got the Devil card, if you look at the Devil, he's holding two people to ransom. So he's really acting as a major obstacle in your life, I feel. And also mentally as well. I feel that mentally with the Devil, it might be that we are restricting ourselves mentally, or mentally we feel that there is a restriction around us or a difficulty or somebody who has us held to ransom, as the Devil can be. I feel that if that's your crowning thoughts around this situation, and I do feel that in the present you're actually seeking the advice on how you remove yourself from a particular situation with someone. Because you've got the Two of Cups in the reverse with that Devil. The Two of Cups in the reverse means a failed relationship. I feel some of you guys want to release yourself from a failed relationship, potentially with that Devil card. I feel that you're feeling restricted by a failed relationship, and that's why in the present situation you seem to be seeking advice from somebody in the know. This could be a lawyer, but I do feel that the foundation is that you're up against. It can also be with the Hierophant. Often this can refer to, because it's number 5 card, it's challenges. Challenges within a family, challenges within a group of people. And with the Emperor card as well, this is one that talks about blockages, because something is in somebody else's court and probably not in yours. So it might be a family situation. You might be up against family members, or you might be up against, say, a partner's family members who are making something difficult for you in terms of your relationship, in terms of maybe moving forward, maybe with a settlement, that type of thing. And therefore you might be seeking some advice. It doesn't have to be a love relationship, can be work, can be anything, but you seem to be seeking advice from somebody who's in the know, because I feel that you're kind of feeling held back and you need release from a relationship that has failed with that Two of Cups. Can be a business partnership. I mean, the foundation can be the Hierophant and the Emperor. Maybe you and somebody else are both setting your ways. Both cards mean to be setting your ways. So it just seems that there is a very, very strong energy that won't release you from something in the month of October 2016. This can be an establishment, it can be family members, for example, it can be a father, it can be, because emperors usually represent fathers, grandfathers, and the Hierophant usually represents the church or the way that things do or are done, or a certain type of belief. It might be that somebody has more power over you and you need relief from this, because I'm seeing that with that Devil and the Two of Cups in the reverse, that you need relief from this relationship that's not going very well. Two of Cups in the reverse means a failed relationship often. People fall out of love, people don't agree, so it's a non-agreement, and I feel that you're needing release from something, or you need to break a contract on something, a contract that's been holding you back. Can be within the work arena as well. Your obstacle is that it's the Eight of Pentacles, and the Eight of Pentacles can mean sometimes as an obstacle you've been bashing away at something for a long time. Eight of Pentacles often means, it could be a new job, for example, for some of you guys. It can be a new job that you've gone into. Maybe you've signed up for something here, and maybe it's just not worked out because you're not in agreement with the work ethics, with a particular type of person. But also it's where we're doing something over and over and over again, and there doesn't seem to be any let-up, okay? I feel that you've been working hard towards achieving something. We do have the Star card. So your obstacle is that if I stay with this long enough, that it will achieve something really great, because the Star card often means a great achievement. It often means I'm on the right path. It often means I'm feeling inspired. I'm being divinely led. I'm in a really good place. I see this as a really optimistic thing. It often means with the Star card to feel really, really optimistic. But the problem with the Star card, Pisces, is you've really got nothing to go off. It really is just a card about optimism. It doesn't really have any grounding. Okay, it can show you as a star, it can show, and also with the Star card, it can mean, with the Eight of Pentacles, I've worked really, really hard and I've achieved something here. So I feel that also the obstacle could be that, so for some of you guys, you've worked really, really hard in something and you have made some achievement with that Star card here. It could be that for some of you guys, you're in a job and you've worked so hard that, so hard at something. But the problem is the foundation. And that's that Hierophant and the Emperor card. Two very strong, enigmatic individuals a lot of the time. Often, as I've said, the Hierophant deals with groups. And so does the Emperor as well. Social groups, establishments. People who kind of come together as if they were in a football game and huddle together and really kind of, almost like if you were in a gladiatorial type of setting, you know when to kind of huddle together to protect each other. So there is a sense of, I'm not saying that it's it is a corrupt environment that you're in, but I'm getting the sense of some form of corruption around some of you guys, or you get this, or it's almost like you are trying to find ways out of a corrupt environment, a corrupt relationship, one in which you feel that. There is some underhanded bullshit going on. I get the feeling that there is a sense of powerlessness as well that you're needing to escape. And that's why with the King of Swords, you're asking for the advice potentially. You're trying to get a clear focus. Also with the King of Swords, it means I act. All kings act because they're based in earth. He's earth of air. So he looks at a situation from a very practical position, Pisces, and what he then does is he acts on it according to what he thinks, so he'll make logical plans moving forward based on the practicality or how practical something is. He'll then put his mind into gear and act on it from there, if that makes sense to you. And this in the present relates to I also feel the Fool needing that freedom, needing to release oneself from a difficult situation, which I'm feeling is the foundation of that Emperor and the Hierophant as well, because the crowning thoughts are the Devil, and there are restrictions, and it's in a relationship non-agreement. There's non-agreement. There's something that's holding you back. This Devil card can also be a troublemaker. Maybe somebody's caused a non-agreement, or maybe somebody's caused the breakup of a friendship or a relationship here. So the best thing that you can do really is to move out of it. Now, as a result of that Hierophant and the Page of Wands, and the Hierophant and the Emperor, we have the Page of Wands and the Queen of Swords. Well, I feel that you're in your element and you're needing to take a risk. I feel that there is excitement as a result of these. If you look at these two cards, they are very static cards. They don't move. which makes me feel that there are more obstacles than anything in your foundation area in the month of November 2016, Pisces. And it is the need to remember, when you get pages, they represent new beginnings and new developments. And usually with the Page of Wands, it's a new creative path. So I feel that some of you guys are needing to remove yourself, Pisces, from an obstacle, which I'm seeing as the Hierophant and the Emperor. And that's by taking a new creative path. It can be a new career. But I feel with the Queen of Swords, it is the need to be quite analytical and quite sensible, especially logically, and how you actually put those plans into action and move forward, which is why you've got the King of Swords here. Could be asking advice, but it could also mean, okay, I'm going to need to be completely sensible about this before I actually move forward, because I've probably achieved a great deal where I am right now, and this is your obstacle. But however, your crowning thoughts is, I can't survive this. I can't survive. I feel that there is someone or something or a major obstacle with that Devil card that has brought about this non-agreement, this failure within this particular relationship, whether it's a work space or whether it's a relationship, whatever you want to call it. Also, the depression the Devil means to feel depressed because you're held back by fear. And there is an obstacle here that holds you back to such a point. You look at these people here and they're incredibly depressed because they're held by chains. So it's the chains, probably of your own doing, that are holding you back. Because this Two of Cups says, and I also get the impression with this reading as well, that if the Devil is a part of what you're doing, Pisces, as a card, as a meaning in terms of your crowning thoughts, I feel that you, with this Two of Cups as well, are willing to kind of, the crowning thought at the moment is that even though you want to move forward, and I can see this here, I can see that the obstacle is that you've probably worked really hard for something and you've made some great achievements with that Star card, I feel. And that's where the inability comes from, just to do something just like that, whether it's a relationship, work, family, whatever. There is a problem with moving forward with you because you've put something into something that you don't necessarily feel it would be right to let go of. And it could be that your inability with the Devil to let go is what is emphasising this Two of Cups in the reverse. Okay, because it's a failed relationship. So the Devil with the Two of Cups upright, I'd always kind of read it as being an unhealthy relationship. But this is a relationship that's already well past its sell-by date. But still, with the Devil card, it's almost like you've got yourself into a funk, like you can't move out of it. Like there's a difficulty in doing so. And I just feel that, and it's funny, we're going to put this all together in a moment, and it's funny how your advice card showed out as well, but I'll read you that in a minute. You now is the Six of Cups and the Four of Pentacles. That for me means holding on to the past, or holding on to something that's well outlived its sell-by date, okay? And that's why I feel that, this being you guys now, Pisces, that's why I feel you recognise this. You recognise that with that Four of Pentacles, you're trying to control the Six of Cups. You're trying to control your past and you're trying to control your future. You find it difficult to move out of something here, because your foundation card is the Emperor and the Hierophant. And we could also read that as maybe you've built something up. And with the Hierophant, it could be that it is a challenge to... Often when the Hierophant shows up as well, it's about tapping into our own wisdom and our own intelligence and our own self-belief. But you've got a certain self-belief here as well. If this isn't an external thing, then this is your own, what you've built up in terms of what you believe in. So I feel that, this is your foundation. And as a result of your foundation, this is your crowning area. Your Devil and Two of Cups in the reverse. Something's not working here in the crowning area, and yet still... And I feel it's to do with the way that you're thinking, Pisces. I feel that it's what you've built up. It's almost like you've got a self-limitation or a self-limiting belief going on for yourself in the month of November. Okay, that's what I feel, because I feel that you're poised to take an action based on what is logical and what is intelligent, because your present is the King of Swords and the Fool. Could represent an external person, but also could be you. That you are the one who, in your right mind, knows that you want to proceed with a new journey with that Fool card. But I just get the feeling that it's what you've built up, and it's your own set of self-beliefs, and possibly even the advice that is being given to you from others, For example, the Hierophant can be a partner, it can be a father, it can be a family. Hierophant often deals with groups, so it could be the inability as well to listen to others as well that is doing this to you. Because remember, the Hierophant can be, usually if it's advice, it's an external source of advice. But the Emperor is looking away from the Hierophant and he's not particularly listening to what this individual says. So in the foundation area, Pisces, it might be that you're not listening to good advice or wise words. Because maybe with the King of Swords, you've got all the answers here. You're the one that actually wants to follow your own advice with that King of Swords on the new path that you need to trail. But maybe this advice is coming to you because your advice is leading you to the devil and that Two of Cups in the reverse. It's almost holding on. It's almost feeling depressed, or it's almost holding on to something that's still not working. You say that you've got the answers, but I don't feel that you have got the answers. Because I feel that your obstacle is, well, I've worked really, really hard on something and I've achieved it. I do want a fresh start on something, but I'm too afraid. And even though this thing's not working, I'm still kind of holding on in there. There is a restriction within me. There is a fear within me that will not let go of something that is clearly not working because I've put so much into it. But maybe other people are trying to say to you, you know what? Maybe it's best to move on, and maybe you're not paying any attention to that because we see that you want to take a risk and you want to follow a new creative path or just a new passionate path or a new path that's going to give you far more fulfillment, even if you don't know where you're going. But the Queen of Swords to me would say that you're scared to do that because instead of just doing it, you're thinking about it, you're analysing it all over again. And queens, remember, they be, kings do. Okay, you are looking to execute because the King of Swords can be seen as an executioner, chief executioner, because he executes, he's got a sword. And what do people execute people with? Especially in the olden days, swords. So he's chief executioner. He'll just go and he'll do it. And the sword, and that is in order to enable a fresh start. So you're looking to execute something which enables a fresh start with that Fool card. However, you're too afraid, even though, because you know with the Devil and that Two of Cups in the reverse, something's not working here. Okay, you're being held to ransom. It's either off your own doing or somebody else's, because the Two of Cups means a failure. You might be depressed over a failure. So in your crowning area, Pisces, it could also be, well, I'm depressed because I've failed in something here. Which is why in the present, you're looking to execute a new path, a new journey, with that King of Swords and the Fool card. Because your foundation card is, and this is where it could be that these are external obstacles, that maybe these are energies around you that are so restrictive that you need to find a way out of them. Emperor and that Hierophant both can be very, very restrictive energies. So therefore you look to execute a new path because maybe you're depressed over a failed relationship. However, your obstacle is, but I've worked really hard on this and we achieved so much, work, relationship, whatever it is. And I just can't let go. I can't give this up because I'm still determined and I'm still positive that maybe this could work. So you fail to move forward, Pisces. As a result of these energies here, what you're saying is, yeah, I do want to take a new adventure. I really want to jump into something new now, but no, better not. I better not because what about this, what about that? You're letting the sensible part of yourself kind of hold you back from just taking that risk. And that's because you're still holding on to the past. And it really falls in line, I feel, with the obstacle card of these two. But in the immediate future, what we've got is the Seven of Swords. And the Seven of Swords means to escape. Okay? I feel that you're going to be looking to escape. So you're going to be looking to move. However, you hold yourself back again with your kind of self-limiting ideas and self-limiting thoughts. And I do feel that there's a lot of self-limiting thoughts going on for you, some of you Pisces, in the month of November 2016, because you're worried that you're going to have to struggle. You've got the Ten of Wands as your fear card here. I feel that you're worried about the struggle that you'll have if you do this with the Seven of Wands, if you move out, whether that's a career, love, whatever it is for you. I always leave the readings open for anyone to interpret in the way that they feel. You're worried, I feel. You've got that Two of Swords. Two of Swords often means to block out. It means to procrastinate, to be in two minds. You want to move here with the Seven of Swords. Seven of Swords often means to move, to escape. But you're procrastinating over it because you're fearing the worry that you're going to have a lot of burdens, a lot of responsibilities if you do this. So therefore, what's coming in around you is probably depression. We've got the Moon card showing here, fear. because you're still evaluating. Do I stick with something or do I go? As a result of this, though, the overall outcome shows the Eight of Wands, and the Eight of Wands often means that things happen quickly. I feel that the Tower card shows with this as well, because it says that something, this will be taken out of your hands, and something's going to come in and it's just going to be like... Pfft. When you get the Tower, it means an event that strikes you, that shift. There is a major shift coming, and it's probably going to happen quickly with that Eight of Wands. Eight of Wands means quick movements, things starting to take off, and then there's a shift here. Okay? But always remember, when you do Celtic crosses, look at your present situation, because you've got your present and what the outcome will be of that. We know that you want to execute a new goal, a new path with that Fool card. And as a result of that, the Eight of Wands, your ideas help you to shift this procrastination very quickly. So whatever thing that you want to move in, whatever area that you want to move, it's going to come. It will come, because you've got the Tower as your outcome with the Eight of Wands. Both cards signify movement, shifts. Eight of Wands can be through an idea or ideas that you start to set forth. So you start to set the ball rolling, doing something, I feel, in the month of November. And that's in order to bring a shift in with the Tower. If you don't start doing it, I believe the universe will. Your advice card for the month, Pisces, is the Knight of Wands in the reverse. And the Knight of Wands in the reverse, an advice card, is telling you, do not delay. Do not delay. When you get this card in the reverse, when you get the card upright, it means to feel enthusiastic, to feel excited, to be adventurous, to move regardless, to move with what your passions and your fire is telling you. When it's in the reverse, it says, hold back. I'm a little bit nervous to do this. I let my fears take over. I don't want to do it. I don't want to move. I don't want to do anything. The advice card with this in the reverse, I feel, is saying, well, you know what? If you delay things, it will hold you back. You're going to have to come out of that fear, out of that point of feeling that things are can't move, or feeling a lack of motivation to do something, because I feel it's about self-limiting beliefs that some of you guys might have in the month of November. And I feel as a result of this reading, it's saying if you can push forward and not allow your limiting beliefs to hold you back, you'll actually get much further in what it is, that whatever it is you feel cannot be achieved. Let's have a look at your reading. Your angel card. Universe, angels, spirit, what is the advice that you have for Pisces? What is the advice that you have for Pisces? Show me, Pisces. What is the advice that you have for Pisces for the month of November 2016? Show me. What is the advice? Show me the advice, angels. What is the advice? Show me. No need to worry. There we go. Let's have a look at the card that goes along with that. No need to worry, element. Your worries and concerns regarding your question are unnecessary. God and your angels have the situation well in hand, and everything is going to turn out perfectly. Obsessing over this subject isn't helpful. And it's funny, because obsessing is the word we can use for the Eight of Pentacles, when you're obsessing over something, because it goes over and over and over again. And usually I feel with the Star card, it's because you might feel that you're in the right, or you might be obsessing over something because you think it's going to kind of turn out okay, or you know, you're certain that if you carry on doing this thing this way, it's going to be fine. But it's telling you, I feel, within the reading so far, this can in itself be a self-limiting belief, because you're not looking at the greater perspective, I feel, of a certain thing that's happening here in November. The energy of fear and worry only slows the eventual manifesting of your desires. Absolutely. The Knight of Wands in the reverse. Visualize loving and happy outcomes and keep your thoughts positive. Very soon you will wonder why you were worrying about this at all. Brilliant, brilliant reading. Really, really good, Pisces. All I can say, I feel, with this reading is don't allow your limitations to hold you back. Okay? Whether that's in a relationship, there's obviously something here that you're procrastinating over. You know what you want to do. In the present, it shows that you want to execute a new beginning. King of Swords is an executioner, chief executioner. That's why he does it. He literally does the execution. And he does it with a solid mind, a solid goal, a solid vision, a solid focus. So he knows what he's doing, mentally, definitely. So it's about executing ideas, beliefs with that King of Swords that will bring you to a new beginning with the Fool card. Okay, but you block yourself out here, because you've got the Seven of Swords, you want to move, but you're blocking it, you're still in two minds. And that's what's causing the depression, because you're procrastinating with that Seven of Pentacles too much. And as a result of that, this could be you, but this could also mean, you know what, things just take off anyway, because the Tower is often a card about karma. And if we don't do something, whatever it is that if you think about the Tower card, it's like you shake a champagne bottle. And what happens, the more that you shake it, the more it starts to rise to the top. And it's like, goes everywhere. So the more that you try and suppress something, Pisces, the more you're just attracting it to you. And the Eight of Wands can mean that you're attracting disaster. I'm not saying that this is disaster, but I'm saying that you're attracting something into your life that's going to push you forward, because you're procrastinating too much here. So, you know, don't worry about it. But it's also saying, look at the situation for what it is. And the more that you hold something off here, I feel, in the month of November 2016, Pisces, the more likely it is that the situation, I feel, will be taken out of your hands. And if you look at this Eight of Wands, it means to attract. Because the Eight of Wands is energy. And often when you get the Eight of Wands, it means to attract energy. Attract projects. Attract creative ideas. Attract other people's energy. So this is attract, and you're attracting the Tower. So what you're really doing is by, I feel, in the immediate future, holding back on moving forward with that Two of Swords and the Seven of Swords. You're kind of with this Moon card. If you looked at the Moon card as being the opposite of the Tower, the Moon card holds down, pushes things down, because it's to deal with depression. But the Tower will only bring that Moon stuff up. Okay? It's only going to bring up the Moon. So it's going to bring up all of your hidden bullshit, and it's going to exacerbate it in the month of November. So the best thing to do, even though we say no need to worry, you don't need to worry, you don't. You also need to make sure that you're not holding back on things because of fear. You need to trust. And this is really what I feel also the angels are saying with no need to worry. It's about trusting. So trust your instincts, trust God, trust the angels, and move forward. But the more that you hold something back and procrastinate on it with that Moon and the Seven of Pentacles, could be worry over money, for example, whatever it is, the more that you start to attract in this shift. So it's going to happen anyway. Whatever it is you're holding back is going to happen anyway. So why not just kind of take control of the situation and move forward in the trust that everything's going to be okay. That is your reading, Pisces. I would like to say thank you very, very much for using Carol's Universe for your general reading for the month of November 2016. Your love reading should be side by side, so check that out as well. And I will see you guys in December. Take care.